Oh, chat. Black Power, brothers and sisters. As always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors, my sister, father, in-laws, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, and all of the ancestors, as always. Today, I want to show y'all something that, no media attention at all. No media attention at all. And most of the world, specifically the black community, does not know about these two brothers here. Give me a second. These two brothers here, 19 and 20 years old. Not no police shootings. Lynched. We've had 3 lynchings so far this year. In the first 5 months of this year. That's almost a lynching every month. Now, these two lynchings that took place in Georgia, Lawrenceville, Georgia, I believe. It was somewhere in Georgia, I believe. I'm not exactly positively sure. But these two brothers were lynched. And by a family, a mother and 3 of her sons lynched these brothers, dismembered their bodies, cut their bodies up, in other words, and threw them in a local pond near their house. And it all started, one of the brothers was to sell one of those crackers a gun. They met him in a shopping center, a local shopping center, and these crackers just opened fire, killing these brothers. Taking their bodies to a pond where they were dismembered and threw into pieces at a time into a pond. And these are 2 of the devils. These are 2 of the racist crackers. And now, and y'all wonder why I use the word crackers and devils and all this, because they are. This is the only species on the planet that nothing, no insect, human being, or anything cannot get along with this devil. And the media did not play this. The media did not let this be known. And I hope that I have the right state correct, because it was another sister. If I have time, I'll show it to you. She was half Filipino, half black, and she was found lynched beside a Walmart. And she had been there. Her body had begun to, decomposition had begun to set in this little girl's body. And so have y'all forgotten? Have you forgotten James Byrd? Crackers drug him in Jasper, Texas. Drug him and chained him to the back of a pickup truck. Dragged him for 1.5 miles until his head popped off. This hanging is in Mississippi. Just a few years ago. Because see, we forgot about this. We forgot about our ancestors. We totally forgot about our ancestors. Totally forgot. And the cracker that's dead with the hat on, with the colored band around the hat, that's Prescott Bush. That's George Bush's grandfather. And several minutes later, this ancestor was castrated and hung. This is the fixation and jealousy that has never changed with these devils. Because we forgot. And let me just remind you, some of these people may be related to you, may be directly related to you. But we never took time out to even looking to see if they were directly related to us. Because a lot of you all black people don't even care. All you're worrying about is what you're going to wear, how you're going to look, who you're going to fuck, what you're going to drink, what you're going to smoke, what games you're going to watch on television. And at the same time, this shit continues to go on. Totally forgot. These are the do-nothings. National Action Network, Al Sharpton. And what he does, he waits on a black man to be murdered, goes to the family, puts the $10,000 up for the funeral, makes the family sign waivers, media waivers, where he'll be the only one, aside from his lawyers, that'll be the only ones talking to the press. And then they go on the street and march, and then they tell, and then Sharpton, they give him an hour, let him just yell and, have his little temper tantrum, which is all a hoax. Then he tell the people to go home and let the law prevail while he waits on the acquittal in a wrongful death lawsuit. He does that every time. Anytime there's a media attention, brutal killing of a police officer and a black man, you will see Sharpton. And he will do nothing. The NAACP. You know they won't do anything because they still call themselves colored people. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Here, 1909, they've been doing this same bullshit. Which the NAACP was created anyway by Arthur Spengler, a so-called white imposter Jew. And the only reason why it was created to kill the UNIA headed by Marcus Garvey. The Uhuru movement, which is led now, he's the leader. He's one of the top leaders. Ghazi, Claire Queen. A queen leads the Uhuru movement now. This is how far this is where we're at today. This is how low we have gotten. The Uhuru movement. He's one of the leaders. Nothing. Nation of Islam will not do anything either. Farrakhan will make a hell of a speech. Makes these dynamic, spiritually inclined speeches. They sound delicious. But how can we expect someone to do anything that promotes Scientology and the LGBT community? The new Black Panther Party. They'll march and make noise and use the word devil 3 or 4 times. But since the passing of the great warrior Khalid Muhammad, zero response. Zero response. Now, the only ones that I think that may do something, and I know this brother's heart is in the right place, because I followed him for the last 10 years. And they are a committed group, and that's the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, led by Dr. Ali Muhammad, PhD. And these brothers have walked the streets, armed to the teeth, ready to go to war. They're the only ones that have done that I have seen, other than Khalid Muhammad in Jasper, Texas. Because brothers like him are gone. Brothers like him are gone. They even had people that denied this brother, that he took pictures with, that denied they even knew him. And see, that's how it is when white supremacy comes down on you. You throw your hands up. Oh no, master, I does not know him. I just took some pictures with him. But then, when the white man's not around, you the most militant thing since Garvey. And warriors I know a lot of us truly miss Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Truly miss him. He had the courage and the guts. He had the charisma. He had the intellect. Scholar, warrior, leader, prophet. But first and foremost, before he was anything, he recognized that he was a strong black warrior. And then they had a nerve. Ice Cube, Ice Cream, he had a nerve too. Call a record label the Lynch Mob. He constantly spits in the face of the ancestors. Using Cedric, the Teddy Ruxpin, Cedric the Entertainer, to make fun of civil rights leaders and all this on his movies. And we sit back and laugh. Of all the beatings in Montgomery, the Montgomery boycott. They sit up there and laugh about this shit. But if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be where you're at today. And see, this is the route that cooning and buck dancing and bojangling takes you on. The Lynch Mob. All of it's just a hoax, just a fake. Like Dr. Khalid Muhammad said, when Ice Cube called himself standing with Khalid Muhammad, didn't haul the ass when white supremacy came. When Warner Brothers, when all of those executives, Sony, all them came, Ice Cube turned into, he melted, turned into ice cream. And they told him to stop that revolutionary rapping or your ass is out of there. And he went from a revolutionary rapper to a damn comedian. Martial law. Now this is something we keep on underestimating. We don't really believe that this devil will take us to the limit. Each day, let me remind you all, each day this cracker wakes up in the morning and they come up and they search for hundreds and thousands of ways to annihilate the black man and woman off the planet. And you don't think this will happen? That these chemtrails, that you think that an airplane's making designs in the air, which is so damn stupid. And they're dropping aerosols all types of sprays out of these planes, and they drop down specifically on the black community and on the inner cities. And then you wonder why people begin to fight. Black males become sterile. Everybody all of a sudden has a kidney or liver disease. It's just not by no coincidence or no happenstance or no circumstance. And when you see this is what they're doing to us on a daily and consistent basis. By HAARP, HAARP, which is a weather manipulation modification center in Juneau, Alaska. As you can see, they can make it rain, they can make it lightning and thunder, they can make it snow, they can make blizzards, they made tsunamis, just like they did Hurricane Katrina. And it can happen again. The purpose of Katrina, by the way, was to wash all the blacks out of New Orleans. Wash them away. Wash them away. Wash them into the ocean. Because there's crude oil in the lower ninth ward of New Orleans worth billions, maybe trillions of dollars. And Katrina was nothing but a trial run. It was a test to see the reaction of black people. Which black people panicked and they failed. They were unprepared. And the Red Cross, FEMA, the CDC, all the participants, and in conjunction, they destroyed New Orleans. There's still nearly 20,000 people, brothers and sisters, still missing that are in FEMA camps and that have probably been, their organs and everything has been snatched out of, because that was one of the main things that the mission was to organ stealing. And even the president of Haiti stated that during the earthquake, that they were, crackers were going over there stealing children and stealing organs. And when FEMA, don't think they won't come and kick your door in and tell you to get on these trucks. It's for your own safety to go to the FEMA camps. Because the terrorists are coming. Or they can get with HAARP. And that's HAARP. They can get with HAARP. And see, those poles heats up and creates density in the clouds, so it can make the clouds moist. It can over moisturize the clouds, where you can have 15 and 20 days of straight rain, straight snow, straight ice, straight cold weather, straight heat waves, making the earth crack, tornadoes, earthquakes. HAARP does it all. If we're not prepared, this is the route that we're heading. We're heading back to this shit. We're heading back to this, where death was just widespread. Can you imagine the smell of New Orleans? Of death, sewage, raw sewage, urine, vomit, organs, carcasses. The screams and cries for help, watching family members perish, the elderly perish. People pleading with this devil, pleading with this devil. And then you all sit here and continue. After all this, you continue to have faith in this devil. This is why they do what they do to us. The Red Cross locking arms, making sure no one leaves. Everyone stays contained for the extermination process. Thousands perished in this atrocity, this man-made atrocity that no one wants to talk about today. Everyone seems to have forgotten. But some of you haven't. Some of you lost close family members. Some of you are still devastated by the experience of Satan, of the demonic energy that the devil created, that the devils created for your annihilation. Because this devil here closed his door. See, the real true colors come out when they put your ass under the gun, when your ass is on fire. These crackers close their doors. There's no happiness. And don't you know, if he had to open his door to save any people of color, his ass would have been off television. And so his faith is not in the right place. His faith is not in God. His faith is in his bank account. You know, he could have took in 100,000. But it was more important to keep the floors waxed than to save lives. And then some of you blacks, Tyler Perry, all of you have front row seats. Mark Curry and all of you dumb ass niggas will sit up there and pay hundreds of dollars to see this devil speak and talk in codes using the Bible that will not include you, because they know how to talk around you in your presence using scripture. Mass incarceration, rounding up all the males. All melanated males rounded up and detained for no reason at all. That's what martial law is all about. When you see death in your face, your brothers and sisters, your neighbors floating down the street. Dogs chewing on brothers and sisters. When a man has to stand there, can you imagine that? A man has to stand there and watch his mother die. One of the most horrific deaths that you can imagine. And this brother openly said he had to go and take his mother, wrap her up, take her into the Superdome, to the refrigerators, because the electricity was off. So the refrigerators were not working. So that's where they put all of the dead people. And he had to write his mother's name, date of birth, date of deceased on the blanket, and leave his mother there to rot. the tragedy and horror. And don't think it won't happen again, because they were successful the first time. So it will not be a problem happening again. That's why they do the things that they do to us today. Because they know if we push their buttons or give them a reason to, by standing up, sticking together, this part 2 of this will be activated. And see, it won't be no life afterwards, because baby stealing. That was the main thing that was taking place down there. Baby stealing. They were getting paid for this. This little baby knows it was going to the slaughter or going to be sold and demelanated. This is the horrors that can happen at any time. Keep falling asleep. Keep focusing on making the truck payment. Keep focusing on pushing what you drive. Worrying about what you got on. Worrying about who you sleeping with. Worrying about who's going to win the Super Bowl and the NBA championships. Keep and hating your brother. Killing one another day after day after day after day. With the crackers weapons that he give you. With his crack and his heroin and his fentanyl that he gives you. And you can expect this. Expect to lose your grandchildren and your babies. They have 500,000 FEMA coffins lined up in Madison, Georgia on the side of the road. In full view where anybody can see it. If you're going down 85. And don't think a select few of our people that they select, they will be active participants in the destruction of us too. Arrest and murder to the black male. In the death of our babies. The snatching of our babies. You will never see your child again. Never see your grandchildren again. So it's time to start getting prepared. Get you some survival kits. Get some survival stuff. This is what's going to keep you alive. A machine that makes fresh water out of your urine. Sea rations, first aid kits, plenty of flashlights. And don't forget weapons. So you be able to defend yourself and your family. And you can get all this stuff online. Because these devils are buying this stuff left and right 24 hours a day. Because don't think that your next door white neighbor won't be an active participant in your destruction. Don't think he won't knock on the door and ask, is everybody okay? And then once the door is open, he annihilates everybody for his own survival. And this is what your politicians will be doing. Same thing. And this is what he done to the black community for 8 years. Fell asleep on the black community. And he spoke on everything that pertained to white America. But when it came to us, no show. And see, don't think you can run to your church, because your pastors, most of your pastors have sold you out. Look online and type in 26,000 pastors in FEMA. They've already sold y'all out. They're not going to fight with you. They're not going to be on the ground with you. These fuckers have helicopters, Lear jets. They're going to fly away and leave all you tithing motherfuckers behind. You know, all that stuff about your preacher. He good. He gets down in the dirt. He talks to the young people. He deals with the young people. Yeah, but let this happen. See who he deals with then. The only person he'll be dealing with is his pilot. And this shit, this sad shit, this civil rights bullshit. You know, these motherfuckers will be gone. They already have places in other parts of the country, probably called coon land. You know, for their selling out of the people. They'll be rewarded. They'll be rewarded. Because they were good actors. Belafonte, all of them. And all that gangster rap shit, they're gonna be on their jets too. They're not gonna fight with you. And I'm gonna tell you, when it comes down to it at the end, it won't be him. It'll be these brothers here that'll be on the ground. That's our military. These gangs that y'all condemn every day. That you don't give employment to. That you put them in a position to keep killing one another. They'll be on the ground fighting. That will be our war. They will be our saviors. Those are our Nat Turners. Those are our Denmark Veseys. Those are our Toussaint Latours, our Bookmans, our Dessalines. Black Power.